Let me begin with this. Your central bank, like other central bank, manages financial system liquidity with a repo, reverse repo system. The gap between those two rates has become very narrow. What do you do to preserve central bank flexibility in the monetary system?
Well, first of all, thanks for having me in Bloomberg. We are watching, of course, market signals, and we are watching the upcoming meetings of the Fed late this month and in the middle of December. As we speak, we have the reverse repo 125 and the repo is 2%, so we have 75 basis points corridor. So we have room to maneuver, but we have other tools as well. If we
What
need
other
to
tools could you use?
We can use the placement of deposits as we did last year. We can use the swap arrangements and also we can now go to market operations, given that we have now more bonds and sukuk in the market, I mean sovereign bonds.
What about raising the repo rate?
I don't see it coming in the near future, given the corridor we have.
You think 75 basis points is enough?
I think it could narrow.
It could narrow still. So in other words, you could raise the reverse repo rate and narrow it further.
I mean, I cannot forecast it right now, but we still have room to maneuver.
How narrow a gap are you willing to tolerate? How narrow a corridor?
In the past, we have gone as low as 25 basis points.
So you could go there again?
Probably.
And of course, raising the repo rate would put economic growth at risk. I take it that's why you're reluctant to do so.
It will not that much unless we use other tools, of course. But that's why I'm saying that we have other tools to place deposits or swap or market operations.
And among those other tools, do you have a preference for any one?
I would like really to try the market operations. It's new for us, and we're ready to use whenever we need.
And how soon will you need to?
Not yet.
The economy looks like it's in something of a deflationary spiral. And of course, it continues to contract if you include the oil sector. So what do you do to reverse that?
See, the definition might not apply to the oil economy. But if you exclude the oil sector, then the situation would be better in terms of growth.
Things always look better when you exclude other things.
Definitely, but I'm saying that, I mean, if there is the growth, the sluggish growth is coming from the oil sector, is not from the non-oil sector. Non-oil sector is still, in the first half, is much better than the first half last year. We have seen inflation in the negative territory since the beginning of this year, but by the way, it is improving nowadays. And we might see a better positive reading in the near future with good sentiment taking place right now.
When you say the near future, are we talking about this quarter, or do you think we'll have to wait for 2018?
I think it's late this year and beginning of 18.
And how much inflation do you anticipate? When you say a positive reading, are we talking about 0.1%, or are we talking about something more substantial?
It's in the positive territory, so it's hard to forecast at this time.
Well, you can't declare victory with 0.1.
No, but anyway, I mean, it is not that highly risky when you are in that negative territory. But if you go just in the positive territory, that's what we want.
What kind of an impact is VAT and excise taxes going to have on consumer prices? Not so much the prices themselves, because obviously if you slap a tax on anything, the price is going to go up. But the demand for those goods?
I don't think it will impact that much. The excise taxes have already been implemented in the second half of this year, the beginning, in fact. The VAT, they are coming in the beginning of next year, and it's about 5%, so I don't think that will have major impact.
Let me ask you, Your Excellency, about international banking licenses. You've said that there are 3 applications by foreign banks for full licenses in Saudi Arabia. Here's what I'd like to know. Why don't more foreign banks want to participate in Saudi Arabia's economic transformation? 3 doesn't seem like a very big number.
Well, we have never closed the door Earlier in the year, I had an interview with the Bloomberg, and I told them that we are open for applications. During this festival, I had a meeting with two banks, international banks, and they showed some intention that they will come and apply for licenses to operate in Saudi Arabia. As we speak, we have 14 foreign banks operating in Saudi Arabia versus 12 local banks. So we are open.
So you might have 5 applications now that you've had these 2 meetings. Do you anticipate that they will become applicants?
I think they are serious.
You think they're serious?
They're serious.
Now, when these banks apply, at the moment, if granted a license, they're limited to 1 branch.
Well, from experience, you can tell. We have now, by the way, 1 Emirati bank. They got more branches. And 1 Kuwaiti bank, also the National Bank of Kuwait, they used to have 1 and they got 2 other branches. So then we are open for more branches.
Would you consider loosening regulations to allow these banks to open more branches without having to make specific applications?
By the way, regulations are already relaxed, and we already posted them on our website for branches and for banks.
Non-performing loans are always a concern for a central banker. One of this country's biggest construction conglomerates, Oger, has collapsed. The whole sector, of course, is under strain by virtue of the economic slowdown. But banks aren't reporting any significant increase in non-performing loans. Why? That doesn't seem right, given what we know has happened.
We are supervising the situation carefully. We have full coverage of either the FERMIA that you are mentioning or any doubted loans. Our banks usually, they write off loans within 180 days. So we are careful with these. We have full coverage. And
I'm not suggesting that there's a capital problem, but people need transparency into the banking system in order to have confidence. And if there isn't recognition of bad debts...
We do publish our publication on a monthly basis every 28th of the month. In fact, on Sunday you will see the new one.
What will we see on Sunday?
You will see the financial soundness indicators as part of our bulletin we publish, and you will see the numbers. Non-performing loans, the car, and it's...
Will they go up as a result of this
I didn't
situation?
see it up, but by the way, this is the firm you mentioned is part of the construction sector. The whole construction sector constituting about only 8% of the whole credit portfolio. So it's not moving that much.
And one final question for you. How do you feel this country's financial system needs to evolve? What needs to change in order to support the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman's Vision 2030, the transformation of this country's economy?
That's a good question. We need stronger financial institutions, and that's what we are working in, whether in the banking or in the insurance sector. And
when you say stronger, tougher rules for banks and insurers?
No. For insurance, we need more consolidation taking place. We need more solid insurance firms, and we need, this might be a good opportunity to declare that we need more foreign participation. In fact, very soon you will hear about 2 foreign firms increasing their stakes in local insurers, and they are taking the majority.
So you will have majority ownership of some Saudi insurers.
Absolutely.
This is a big change.
Yes. No, it's been there. It's been open, but
somebody has to do something about it.
Absolutely.
So that's how you intend to strengthen the financial system, attracting foreign investors.
Attracting foreign investors, but also in the technology side, we are working hard also to improve the cashless society.